I made a terrible mistake in my Grounded Forever world, and that mistake was choosing to build here. Now, I had a couple people saying might not want to build there because it could be a little bit dangerous. Might want to look for a better spot, but I was stubborn and I decided I'm going to build here because this was a nice flat spot I could build on. There's a field station literally right outside my door. There's a soda can over there for some liquid refreshment if I need it. And by chance, just because of the way I built, I end up like literally trapping in weevils all the time. So there's literally infinite food source here. And it's also got it had a lot of resources by it. There's lots of weed stems nearby. There's tons of clay over there. So basically, all in all, it's also centrally located. It was a pretty good spot, but it didn't come without its trappings. And its trappings are that it is highly patrolled by a lot of different creatures. So you're going to notice there's a larva over there. And I've killed 27 larvae so far. The only thing I've killed more than the larvae are going to be spiderlings, and that's because I cleared the hedge lab and went through it a second time. But right here where I have this blocked off, that's the larva den. And I blocked that off because I thought if I block that off, larvae will stop coming through here because they won't be able to get out of their little den. But what has ended up happening is that's not happened. They're still coming through here, even though I blocked it off. And there's even another one. They're just like nonstop coming through here. And you also saw probably there's a beetle over there. So the beetle spawns right here because there's Trowel Gulch, which used to be Spade Gulch, I think. That beetle comes over here. I kill it. It comes back a couple days later. It's always here. Over on this side, this entire area down here is just lawn mites. They're not a big deal, but they become a nuisance because you constantly have to either dodge them if you're carrying something back, or you just have to stop and kill them and just waste durability on your gear. There's orb weavers over here. And then between here and the house, there are not one, not two, not three, but 4 wolf spider spawns. So haven't had to run into any of them yet, but the problem is that eventually I probably will and they'll start going by here. So what I ended up doing was I decided I'm not going to destroy this house. I'm going to leave it here, but I want to build another house because one of the other problems is, and there's a larva. We're just going to ignore the larva. We're going to jump in the water and it's going to forget about us. One of the other problems with that spot is the house that I built is now becoming very congested. And it's full of, I'm running out of space inside of it. And I haven't even put down a lot of the stuff that you unlock in this game. So it's just not big enough. It ends up not being a big enough area. It's probably okay for like a little starter house or maybe just like a little pit stop, like I said, to stop by. But I found a spot that not only will provide me with a much larger area, but it's a spot I also have not built in before. And it also seems way more safe because there's not really any aggressive creatures in the general vicinity of it. And I've farmed up I think I farmed up pretty much all the resources I'm going to need to build it. I did that in the last couple of days. And I will say that there was another spot that I was strongly considering because it is also a spot I haven't built in before. And it actually has an insane amount of resources. And it might actually end up being the best building spot that I've found in the lower yard. Because I think the location actually changed a lot between the last time I played, maybe between 1.0 and now, or the last time I played it and now, because it just seems different. And I'll talk more about that when I eventually go over there, because I do have an idea of what I'm going to build there. So what I ended up doing though, I decided I'm going to build here. And this spot is like nice. And you'll see here the crazy amount of resources I've farmed. I have 26 pallets here. 25 of them are full. And I think one of them is missing like 1 or 2, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 weed stems. So we got almost 26 full pallets of weed stems here. That took quite a bit of time to farm. Farming these was just not good enough. I ended up having to go to the central area of the grasslands over here by the mysterious machine and transport these things back and forth. So that took a long time. But anyway, what this place gives me is a great view of the yard. It's pretty much sunny all day. And it doesn't have a field station nearby, but that's not a big deal because the field station, I don't really need it that much anymore because I'm at a point now where I've done all the apprentice quests that I can do relatively easy. There is actually one that will benefit from being over here, which is kill 2 fireflies, because the fireflies actually spawn here and go down. So I can do that one. But the other ones are like raise the flag or raise the banner on top of the weed killer, kill an infected mite. It's going to be stuff like in the haze, which I can't even do yet. So this is actually a good spot. There's also berries, tons of berries nearby, so I can go get berries for berry leather. There's lots of clay down there if I need it. There's going to be mushrooms, which I can farm over time. Infinite grass to turn into rope or whatever I need to. And if I need if I need to make silk web or silk fiber or the silk rope, whatever it's called, I can just go over there and kill some spiders and get it, because that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to build here is I'm going to build a house like I've never built before. So I was looking for ideas for houses, actual like real houses. I looked at real house pictures to see like Can I build something in this game using the stuff that's in it and have it look like something like actually look like a real house, but it's not something I've actually built myself before? Maybe do something like this. So they're a little bit off the ground. Not tremendously, but enough where I can actually put steps. And I think that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. Let's take off the one at the end. And then we're gonna double that up. So I'm just gonna drag these on down here. This drag feature is awesome. We'll fill that in, and then I'm gonna put steps around it. So I'm gonna basically make a stone patio. And what I want to do is have like, I want to put the fireplace outside. So it's almost like a cooking area outside. So think of having like an outside like porch or bar area or something that you would say, and it'll let you and there's actually, is there corner pieces for these? Maybe I have to do, there are corner stairs. Do I do them out of acorns instead? That actually might look a little bit nicer. I could do acorn stairs all the way around. That way I can actually do the corner. So let me do the half acorn as the step up, which is, where's the half acorn? Put these around it here. So this kind of be like a nice little patio outside. And it'll almost be like an outdoor like grilling area. Then I'll put the corner piece in here. I've never actually used these before. Oh, don't tell me it doesn't fit there. Oh, does it not fit there? Is there another one? Oh, it's this one. Okay. I was like, what? I know that there's no way they don't have this. All right, so we'll put that there. So we'll set this up by going around the entire area over here. So we're going to probably do... How far out can we go? That's 5 deep by this direction. And maybe I actually need to go one outside. This is probably the smart decision. We'll go one outside of this. So we'll go all the way down here. Lay this out. And then, whoops, copy paste that. Copy paste feature again. Awesome. I don't even have to look over. In the other place, I was constantly looking over my shoulder. All right, so we'll move this out to here. And we'll just move these out one. And let me see what kind of baseline that gives me for the house. So that'll give me a house that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's like 4. The other one's 5 by 5. This will be 9 by 5. That's a lot more room. It's not going to be insanely large, but it should be it should be big enough that it actually covers. It'll give me everything I need. Okay, so then I'm gonna do wood floors. This was the wood floors are actually the most expensive part because they actually require rope. So we'll do the wood floors. How do we want to do it? Let's see. We can do... Yeah, let's just do them this way. Again, drag and drop, pull it all the way down, and instantly fill it in. And I definitely have enough wood for this. I should have enough rope now, too. So we'll lay that out like that. Then we're going to do the house. The house is going to be built out of weed stems. And we're going to do... like the corners here. I always frame off the corners with like this. Then I'll put some windows in. The front doors probably is going to be right here, I think. Or in this case, the side. Well, I guess it'll be the front door because I'm going to be coming from that direction most of the time. So we'll frame this side off here. Oops. I mean, we can do 2. That's fine on this side because I'm going to do a bunch of windows. Where do I want to do doors? So in the middle, did I do this in odd number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to put the fireplace like right here. The fireplace is probably going to have to go... I might actually have to make this one more out. That's probably what I'm going to have to do. Hopefully it doesn't take us off the ledge here. I'm just thinking the fireplace is like an entire tile deep. And this isn't even... This is the full tile here, right? Are we going to be walking off the edge here? Hopefully not. It's going to be close, though. Well, that's going to be walking off the edge there. So maybe the front doesn't have stairs. I don't know. I want to put this in here like this. I guess I could do a half, but... Now let's just do this. We'll move this down here. Copy you over there. I didn't plan this out ahead of time, so I'm not exactly sure how it's going to... what the final process is going to look like here. Actually, I know what I can do. I know exactly what I can do. I can build a deck that you can walk onto down here that kind of hangs off. That's what I'll do. So I'll have like a nice little hanging deck down here that overlooks the little yard. I think that'll look great. And then we're going to go directly in the center, which is, I got to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So like right here, I'm going to put the fireplace here. So the fireplace is actually outside, which I think will look, it'll just give it like a nice little, it's just going to, I think it's just going to look super nice. All right, so let's lay the fireplace down. And the fireplace needs to go not in the house. Is that in the house? Not there. It needs to go one out. And it needs to go there. That's perfect. And we'll build the chimney up on top of it. Nice. And then on each side, I'll probably move this over actually. This next to that. Put this next to this. Then we'll put a door on either side. That lets you just walk in and out. I don't think there's a reason to have to... Although I guess I could... I guess for a raid, maybe. Maybe for a raid we get attacked up here, so I'll put a door that doesn't... That's not a complete walkthrough. It's probably unlikely, but you never know. I'm going to put windows on either side. So we'll put a window over here. A window over here. And then, do I want to... I'm not sure. We'll see if I need to extend it out at all. This is going to be the front... This will be the front door, so we'll probably put like a little... We'll just do the regular steps, and I probably only need halves because this is not that high. Yeah, but that's perfect. All right, so this will be the front door that we will walk through. Let me know if you've ever built here before, or if you've actually ever done something like this with the outside. I'm sure there's someone that's done it because there's a ton of creative builders that play this game and play survival games like in general. All right, so that's our front. And then we'll probably do... I don't want to leave this just wide open. I do want to kind of put some rooms in here maybe. And maybe separate... What I'm going to do here. Create like a nice little sitting area here. I could actually do a double fireplace. I could do the fireplace on both sides. That would be interesting. Here we'll just put like a walkway to walk through it. So it's not actually a closed door. It'll just be like an inside door. And you know what? Let's just line... It's probably easier just to line these up, right? Just line this up over here. And do that. That. For me, thank you. Copy you. Put you here. It's turning out to be very symmetrical. But that's okay. It'll look okay. And then because this is a centerpiece, we'll put a window here. And we'll get rid of that. A window here. And then put a window. Oh, I could actually probably put a door here. So let's do that. This will be like another... We'll just do another entrance here. In case I need to go out in this direction. And we'll put a stair set here. So we can get in and out nice and easy. Alright, so that's kind of the layout. And probably want to block off. Let's do something like this. Let's do this. Grab that and put it in the middle. This will kind of just be like the entryway. We're gonna need a bedroom, so one of these will be a bed. I guess one side, maybe one side. Maybe this will be the crafting area over here. So it's kind of like off to the side. So we do something like this. And then we'll get rid of that. Put a doorway in. This can be like the crafting zone here. Delete that. Put this over here. The blueprints are awesome. It just allows you to kind of like freeform change stuff. And it's nighttime. So let me sleep so I can actually see what's going on. Then we'll finish laying it out. Like I said, there's a nice little firefly. I'm not going to fight the firefly right now. Oops. Fight those once I get a little bit better gear. And if you didn't see my video that I posted the other day, the food does not spoil in the roasting spit. So you literally have like infinite food now. I don't know when that changed, but it definitely works. I tested it. I even tested it. I tested it on 20 in-game days and the food didn't spoil. So If it's spoiling, it's at an incredibly low spoilage rate. Oh, I know what else I wanted to do. I wanted to put... I never used the pillars. All right, so I want one in each corner. You can see I don't build with these very often. Right, that's there. Then we need to go here. Kind of want them equally distant apart, so that's like 2 full blocks apart there. And that will be 2 full blocks apart there. Okay, perfect. And we'll line the roof up so the roof goes towards the house from here. But we probably want it to have a little bit of an overhang. So let's do this. All right, it should be overhanging on both sides by a half a tile right. Perfect. And then, I mean, I guess I could just flatten it a little bit. So it's not super... Let me just see how high it actually looks when I build it out. That's not horrible, but the wall's going to have to be 1, 2... Yeah, I think I'm going to flatten it. I think we'll do a flat roof across here. Because otherwise it's going to be insanely tall. This part we can do... I guess we do like a half, right? I think there's a half. Isn't there a half flat? Maybe do it like this. That's perfect. All right, then the walls will just line up. Nice. I could actually do a loft bedroom as well. Usually I do like the halfers around here, but the way this is working out, we're just going to do it like this. I think this is going to turn out really nice once I fill it all in. Now, ideally, when I was thinking about this, I was like, I want to do the roof out of feathers, but I looked how many feathers I have, and I have a total of 13, so that's not going to be a logical, there's no way that's going to happen. So I decided, let's not do that. We'll do, we'll not do the 13. Maybe I move... Do I have like a half on each side of here? Let me see. Because these are kind of right on the edge. Yeah, let me do that. Hold on. And then I just got to build the rest of the roof, which is going to be... I'm going to have to build the rest of the roof after I place everything. So let me place everything and show you what it looks like. So I snapped my fingers and all of the walls were built. So you can see what the kind of the concept I was going for here. Got a nice little stone patio out here. I'm going to put a table and stuff out here, like a dining area. And then I'll probably put some, maybe put some of the cooking stuff out here. Maybe put the cookery as like a grill or something like that. Inside, we got filled in all the walls and the floors. I actually decided to do a double fireplace, so there's a fireplace inside as well. So I'll probably make this a sitting room, just put like berry leather chairs or something in here. We got some small rooms over here. This will probably be the crafting room. And then maybe I'll make, I'm not sure, maybe I'll make this the bedroom or something, but I'm going to have a lot of space up top because of the height of the ceiling. So trying to, ideally, like I said, I would have liked to have had, and I'll go in photo mode just so it's like easier to see here. The ideal situation would have been for these roof pieces, instead of being 45s, to be half that. So they would have kind of come more like straight, almost straight into here. And then I wouldn't have had to do like the flat here, and the same thing with the front. I'm kind of like having to stagger the roof to get up here, and the chimney's a little bit taller than I would have wanted it to been, but it is what it is. But I think it's going to end up looking good. I did realize I'm going to have to farm a lot more clover leaves, and I'm actually almost out of weed stems. As you can see, I have less than a pallet left here, and I got to still do the rest of the roof. So I'm going to have to farm some of that. So I'll do that before the next video so I can finish building this out. And then I'm short some acorns, so I got to put some acorn stairs all the way around here. And then we'll have that finished out. And then I'll probably end up doing, like I said, maybe like a little balcony or something down here that you can kind of walk off of and see over the edge. And then I'll be finished with the house, other than bringing the furniture or filling it with furniture and stuff like that. So I think it turned out pretty decent. I might mess with the roof a little bit more. We'll see what it looks like when I'm finished with it. Might go into creative, and I still got to do like the put a little edge all the way around and stuff like that. But I think all in all, it's going to end up being a pretty decent looking house here. And it's going to be a pretty cool concept. Like, I can just see over the yard here. I've never built something like this before with the outside patio, but I think it's pretty interesting. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about it. If you found this video interesting, if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.